Okay, so I have my calculator out. We're gonna go grab a random number. I'm just gonna redo it. I thought I had it in the recent thing, but sorry about this. All right, so as I mentioned while I'm doing this, in the start of this stream, I have a new sheet of paper to select my random words from. I will give you a quick glance of this, but I myself have not looked too much into what is on this sheet of paper. I actually, just before this stream started, had my girlfriend and her sister just fill out this page, which is why it is in blue ink and not pencil, because I am an engineer, so I write in pencil. But I will be pulling off of this page, which I have not looked into too much, so we're just going to see what happens. So there's nothing to worry about in terms of words being used already, unless they chose words that were used already in previous seasons, I guess, of the random drawings, but I'm going to probably just use whatever I get. So the first number is the number 17, which is dog. The second number is the number 18 for our verb is purring. And our adjuster word is 8, which is rotten. I don't think this is a combination they were really looking for, but boy, did we get it. So we would need to figure out why a rotten dog would be purring. Now, perhaps this is a an attempt of the feline variety to assimilate into the canine culture and destroy it from the inside. Everyone knows that cats and dogs are mortal enemies. That's how it works. There's no other situations, literally no exceptions of cats liking dogs, just none. So we are going to have and just to clarify, purring is something that normally cats do, whereas dogs bark or kind of make a motorboat noise while they're sleeping. But um, cats, what they do is they purr, which is the just kind of the pitter patter of whatever is making that noise. I guess that's something that nobody will ever know. Um, so we need to start out with a dog. We're gonna just kind of work with a generic dog shape. We'll go for maybe the Clifford size, not Clifford sized, but Clifford style kind of dog. Now I have dachshunds, and that tends to make me always draw dachshunds. So I'll try to make the legs a little bit longer than I normally do. Um, but so you can see, most people just kind of draw these these straight tube shapes for dog legs, and the problem with that is they forget about the actual shoulder blade equivalent that dogs have. I don't know if it's necessarily called a shoulder blade. I think it might be. My dog is a dachshund, and with small legs, they tend to have a little bit less force dissipation upon falling. And not that they've fallen any long distances, but the one dog specifically would jump off the couch fairly hard. Because she was relatively muscular, she would leap off the couch, and getting that extra force down on her front legs as she hit the ground caused a problem with her shoulder blade. And so I'm assuming it is a shoulder blade, but it is the dog equivalent of a shoulder blade if it is not. And she actually had to have she had surgery on her shoulder blade, and had to be helped up and down from the couch for a very long time. She is now somewhat more traumatized by it than unhealthy. So she is significantly healthy enough to get up on the couch, but she tends to be somewhat tentative. And it's probably best that we help her, considering her past injury. Now, I need to flesh out this leg a little bit, but maybe I don't because of where this picture is going. But we're going to start with a baseline. So we have our dog. We're gonna start with kind of three-dimensional drawing, and we'll see where that goes. All right, so we have our dog, and let's see what kind of ears do we want to give this dog. We could give the dog some kind of pointier Doberman-like ears, or maybe like Chihuahua-shaped ears. Um, there tends to be only a few type of ears. There's the floppy ones and there's the pointy ones. Um, Megan and Katie's dog actually looks somewhat like a fox. The way her ears are, she's got little tufts of like I guess more like a minx kind of in with the ears, but then in general body shape more like a fox. She has a very poofy tail, but we're going with the normal dog tail here. And so we're going to, like I said, just draw a dog normally and then start with the enhancements to further the picture along. Now, I will admit, this does look somewhat like a kangaroo, just walking on all fours for some reason. But I guess they do that sometimes. Their legs are significantly larger in the back, but we're going to get some detail in here. We need, I think that perhaps this neck region needs to be fleshed out a little bit more, and the facial region should not be extended as far as to not give this a kind of deer shaped um, figure. I think whatever I do, it is turning into a deer-shaped figure, but we'll have to back out and see. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. So we'll kind of extend the head region like that a little bit, and I think we just need to kind of cut down on the underbite a little bit, and we should have more of a dog appearance. Um, And so we can get an ear like that. And the other ear is facing the other way. Um, so this is the dog we're working with. It's not the most detailed dog. We could go with some coloring, but I think we'll do some coloring later. Now, this is just the first word. Our first word was the noun dog. We need to start adding in the other words. So now let's get some backstory on this. So we have like I said, we have a feline that is a cat, for those who do not know, that is perhaps um, wishing to impede on the dog activities. Now, in normal situations, a cat would not be accepted into dog society based off of stereotypes and other societal standards. But if the cat were trying to somehow sly it in a sly manner make its way into dog society, it would need a disguise. And knowing the conniving cats, they would have to probably take a dog as tribute for this task. So we're going to take Spike here, and this Spike is no longer Spike. So what this means is that a cat would probably have to enter the dog from either the front or the back. One may be preferable to the other depending on opinion, and and the cat would have to somehow control the dog from the inside. I guess there is a possibility that the cat could go in through the stomach area. That may help in creating room for the cat inside. Now we can kind of make an outline of the cat in general. So the legs will be somewhat skinnier. They will still bulk up at the front, and we'll see some stomach here, and I think you get the picture here. So we have our cat that is hidden within this dog and is controlling the movements. Now, this would be probably successful for some time, although animals in general tend to be very quick to understand the obscurity of situations. They can sense they can sense natural disasters significantly before they actually happen, and animals, pets in general, would probably start to smell the difference in what was going on here. So if this dog were to be purring, so it's going to go purr purr, because that's what purr sounds like, then this dog would definitely have to have a cat on the inside. And if that were happening, then perhaps for the first, let's say, 12 hours, there wouldn't be any significant difference. But as we approach maybe 24 hours or even 72 hours, um, we would start to see some changes going on here. So there may be some discoloration. Perhaps there would be some sagging at the entry point. Um, Now, I can draw that sagging at any of the entry points, but I'm just using this as an example. And there would also possibly be some decaying due to maybe bacteria or parasites that would cause some fissures in the flesh, maybe some peeling back, and we would see the maybe some of our assailant on the inside, so we can continue this trend of revealing the perpetrator. So we're going to go with a gray color to emphasize this, perhaps a gray cat trying to impersonate this dog. So we are going to just kind of color in some places and get some detail on here. And then we will be finishing off this picture because I think the picture, if not completely drawn, has been well described. So we'll get some coloring in there. But one interesting thing is we would start to see some greens and perhaps some blues as well along the stomach region. And I think you get the idea. So, as I said, I definitely will be hyping up this Saturday's stream in the week to come. I do plan on streaming on this Thursday. I did mention that on Facebook that the midweek streams would be moved to Thursday due to scheduling with my school. I have a class that starts at 6 and can go on to 8:50. I figured instead of making people wait until I get back, because it is a 30-minute drive from campus, I would just save myself the hectic nature of it and just stream on Thursdays. So I will be getting you guys more information as I talk with Mike tomorrow. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Thursday.